Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fisherman Matt UK channel. So today we've got a catch and cook, but it's not quite catch. I didn't catch these lobsters, I actually bought them. Quickly show you. We've got a catch and cook or a buy and cook video on the go. So hopefully you enjoy this. Obviously I'm a chef. Some of you know, some may not know. So this is sort of the way it'd be done in a restaurant. So yeah, enjoy it. Leave a like. Thanks for subscribing everyone who's new to the channel. Hope you enjoy the videos, and yeah, plenty more catch and cooks to come, I hope. But this is the exciting one, doing 2 lobsters, so yeah. So I got these 2 bad boys from work. Got them from the fishmonger, the old Premier Fish. Shout out to Premier Fish. Yeah, they're both about 1 kilo. This one's got a massive claw on it, and this one's just got a massive fat old body. They're both pretty big. I believe one's female, one's male. But yeah, beautiful creatures. So for these lobsters, I'm going to be boiling them. So first thing you'll be doing is cracking on as big as a pan as you can find, fill it with water, whack a lid over it, and then let it boil. So we're going to leave that for probably 20 minutes or so, get it to a rolling boil, and then we'll get back to the next bit for the lobsters. Going to be doing a chest cam this, we're using the GoPro for once, haven't used it in a while. So with the lobster, I'm going to be doing steak as well. You choose whatever steak you want, but I'm doing ribeye. Definitely the best steak you can get in my opinion. Not the biggest fan of the old filet mignon, but yeah, whatever you want. We got steak and lobster. Ooh, yum yum. Also going to be doing it with a garlic, lemon and spring onion butter for the lobster. And then shamelessly I've gone and bought salads. I was going to buy just mixed leaf, but that's all they had. And that's not too bad. Got all the stuff in there, so why not, eh? So yeah, we're going to get some stuff prepped up. So I'm going to start off with the stuff of the butter. What I've got is I've got a lemon and I've got some lime. And I'm just going to take the fine setting on the peeler. I'm just going to get some of the peel off here. Lemon, a bit of lime. So I've got lemon zest, the lime zest and the juice of 1 lemon in there. I've got 4 cloves of garlic here, so add a bit of sea salt to it on top of that. Not too much, don't want to make it too salty. But this is Malden, as I always say. It's the good stuff. But yeah, we're making garlic puree basically. So I've minced it all up like you normally would, and then put your sea salt in there because it's nice and coarse. You just want to smush it into your chopping board. Repeatedly like that. And then eventually, it'll turn it, because of the salt being so coarse, turn it into a puree. And that's the best way to get a nice puree garlic at home. You can see it's getting nice and sweaty and juicy in there. So yeah, that's the best way to get a nice garlic puree at home if you're doing pasta or something like that, or if you're doing seafood obviously. And that's just releasing all the flavours, and this is going in the garlic butter. So yeah, got a nice garlic puree. Gonna get that in there as well. And get on to the next bits. Got some spring onion next, so I'm just going to chop off the end of these and the tops, and then I'm going to take 1 layer off on the outside, the dirty layer. Yeah, what we're going to do with that, going to cut it in half and then cut it into strips. Yeah, a really sharp knife for this sort of thing, and this one is definitely not that. I've left all my sharp ones at work. Well, hey, lovely. Would have liked them to have been a bit thinner, but this knife is awful. So just want to go through all that, and then we'll get that chucked in as well. Probably go through it one more time the other way, and I'll get back to you when we're adding the butter, mixing it all up and doing something else. Happy days. So I've got about 125 grams here of butter. Chefs like using unsalted butter, which this is, because you don't want the extra salt added into whatever you're cooking. So we've got the onion, the spring onion, the garlic, the lemon and lime zest, and then some lemon juice. We'll put that in there, put a bit of pepper in there as well, ground black pepper, and then we'll give that a stir up. There we go, so obviously softened butter's best. I'll put this in the microwave, I bought it earlier, but leave it on the side. If it's decently warm outside, and you'll be good to go. So obviously you want to be careful with your food prep with raw shellfish and raw meats, obviously changing your chopping boards around and stuff like that. So we've got 2 ribeyes, That one there looks lovely. I've got no idea what that one is. That doesn't look like a ribeye to me, to be honest. That kind of looks pretty grimy. But there you go, you've got a lovely ribeye there. That definitely is not a ribeye, surely not. But yeah, we're going to get these seasoned up. I'm going to... that's disgusting. Oh my god, I'm actually upset about that. I paid £5.50 for that. Oh well, I'll get some salt and pepper on these and be back in a minute. Here we are, so the water's boiling. I've got a blue board, which in kitchens means fish and shellfish. So yeah, the sad part's coming up. You're going to want to get it on the old board. You're going to need some paper towel or anything, what's it called, towel underneath it, because juice will come out of the lobster. And as well, it stops it from slipping the chopping board. Oh, this is awful, I don't like doing this. What you want to do is you want to find the skull point there, right there, and you're going to push in and then crack down and cut its head in half, and that it's brain dead after that instantly, and that beats just chucking it in boiling water straight away. So I'm going to do that and then we'll come back. So the water's up to a nice rumbling boil and see all the steam coming off. So we're going to get the 2 lobsters chucked in and I'll go through the time and how long in a minute. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to do this. If YouTube deletes the video then sad times, I'll just re-edit it. But yeah, you want to aim for this bit here. Yeah, really sharp knife. I've changed knife, this one's sharper. So we're going to go in like that. Get the knife there. Move its claws out of the way. I'm so sorry. Thank you very much for your service. You just want to bang it down, bang the knife down on the tip, and then crack its head in half, and then it'll be brain dead. So we're going to do that. Unfortunately, I do apologise. Right, 3, 2, 1. There we go. So it's very graphic, and lots of juice has come out, but that lobster is now brain dead. It feels awful, I know. Loads of juice comes out, so that's why you want the stuff underneath. We'll get that one over there. I'll do that with the other. So as I say, you're going to need a really big pan for these, especially if you're doing 2 big ones that are 1 kilo. But as you can see, they might be moving a little bit, but that's just nerves, whatever it is at the end. But they are both dead, obviously. So yeah, we're going to drop these in for about 15 minutes. I think I'm going to do 14 minutes for 1 kilo lobster. So I might do 16, so putting 2 in, and obviously drop the temperature of the water. We'll go for 16 minutes, and hopefully they'll be nice and pink when we come out. But you want to make sure they're fully submerged. We'll go our heads in first. Yeah, and make sure they're fully submerged. Happy days. Yummy, yummy. There we go. So we've got both the lobsters here. Been in for about 18 minutes. Nice and red all round. Obviously, not alive, not with us anymore, unfortunately. But there we go. 2 lovely lobsters. We're going to get them prepped up. We're going to leave them for a couple of minutes to cool down, and then we'll yeah, cut them in half and sort them out. And get one with the steaks and the chippies. Yum yum. Quick sip of the old Gwyneth Paltrow. One of them. So obviously you want to be using the same knife or a different knife to what you use the raw fish on. So this is the one with the salad on. So I'm not going to use this one again for salad. So basically there you go. So for these, I'm going to start cracking down the back of here and the tail as well. And cutting it all in half. Through the head fully as well. Turn it around, make it easy on myself. And as expected, I thought this was a female, and unfortunately it's got roe in it, but that's how it goes most of the time. There you go, we've got 2 halves of a lobster. I'm going to do that to the other one, and then I'm going to get the meat out the legs. And yum yum, have a good eat. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the bits of tail meat out. We're going to put them back in a minute, but just for presentation, chef wise, I'm going to take them out and I'll show you why in a minute. So as you can see, the white bit's exposed. And what chefs like to do is you take it, and on the other side there's a pretty red stripes. So you put it in the other half of the lobster like that, and it exposes the red bit. But we'll make it look pretty in a minute. Just going to get all the meat out first. So that's that. I'm going to take the claws off separately. They're done now, so you're going to crack it at the knuckle. That comes off. Going to get all these claws off. You can get all the meat out of it, basically all of it. You've got the main claw, you've got the knuckle there, and then the knuckle there. You're going to need a knife or a rolling pin to get it out, but yeah. Get the elastic bands off as well, don't need them anymore, because the old lobster's not going to bite me, is it? You never know, something freakish could happen. Right, there we go then. So yeah, get all that out, take the legs off. Going to get the meat out of the legs as well, because they're still a good chunk of meat in there. Not much meat in the head, so I'm just going to probably get rid of that. I'll keep the tail bit just for presentation. Put that aside. Lovely job. So yeah, I'm filming this on my GoPro. Haven't used my GoPro in a while. Just don't know why really. Probably gonna start using it more in the summer for videos. Off the head. Right, cool. Get rid of that bit. It's got 2 claws there. We did lose a leg from the lobster, from probably a bit of stress in transit, but that's all right. Keep the tail, and then crack the leg off at the knuckle. Take the legs off as well. It's worth saying as well, the shell and stuff like that, you've got loads of flavour in it. So I'm going to be taking that into work, and the chef can make a nice lobster bisque out of that, which is like a nice seafood sauce. So yeah, but you've got loads of meat in here as well, as you can see. You've got brown meat. I don't know if anyone in the family's going to eat that. You've got the roe as well, which is unfortunate, but there you go. We'll put that aside and we'll see if anyone wants it. There you go, I think that's all the legs, all the head and stuff like that, so whack that in there. And we'll get on to the next bit, tidy up a little bit, and then we'll get into the claw. It's worth saying, and I probably should have said it earlier, but when you're buying a live lobster, if you do, obviously you can buy it easier cooked, and it will be cheaper. But if you're buying live lobster, then you've got to make sure that you have a wet cloth over the gills, which are on the side. You'll have a damp cloth over that to allow them to breathe still. You've got to keep the gills moist basically. And if the lobster dies, you have to cook it like basically as fast as you can, otherwise it starts decomposing. So that's just a good tip. But yeah, we get cleaned up. I'll just clean the shells out and then we'll get into the rest of it. Alright then, for the legs, what you want to do is you want to get them straight out like that and get a rolling pin and just roll up, and the meat should squeeze out. Here it comes, a little bit there. Might need to break it up a little bit more. There's a bit more meat. That was a bad example. We'll get another one out. I might have to break them down one more time. We'll go again, try again. There you go, that's a better one. So out comes the meat from the leg there. That was what was meant to happen, and you got a nice empty leg there. This is literally, you know, you're paying good money for a lobster, so you want to try and get as much out of it as you can. So yeah, just break it at the knuckles if you want to, make it go down smaller, and then just squeeze it out like that. Happy days. There we go, it's got a lovely little pile of leg meat there. You wouldn't normally get that. You know, I wouldn't expect people to get that bit out in the restaurant unless you're really keen, but there's an easy way to do it with the rolling pin. We've got a load of empty bones. So for the next bit, for the claws, I've got one of these. You can get them off Amazon. I've had them for ages since I've had lobsters at home quite a few times. It's a meat picker, so you've got one end to poke stuff and one end to drag stuff out. So yeah, for the claws, it's a bit different. Look at that one, I had a monster of a claw, that one. So you can get lucky with this or you get unlucky. But for the main bit, you pop it up one way and pop it out the other way. And then hopefully a claw will come out. There you go, look at that. That's come out with all that bit there. And hopefully if I pull it the other way, the other side of the claw should come out. Oh, we're going to get it. There he comes. It's got a little bit of claw meat, you've got a little bit of cartilage in the middle still, so you need to be careful to keep the claw intact, hopefully. Just looks better for presentation. But yeah, we've got one claw out pretty cleanly there. Here it comes. Got a little bit of cartilage bone in there. Still a bit warm. There you go, you've got a nice bit of claw meat there. Probably should have cooked these for a few minutes less. But I went and popped to the shop to get some other stuff. So there you go. Bit of a mess in the sink, that's alright, we'll clean that up in a minute. So for the knuckle, obviously just took the claw off, and then you're going to want to use one of these picky claws, picky things, and the other end. And you can just poke the meat out nicely like that, and there you go, you've got another chunk of lobster. So put that in there, so you've got the leg meat, got a bit of knuckle, and you've got the claw there. So carry on going through all these. Do that bit, there's another lovely bit of lobster there. Put that in there. At a restaurant, you probably let the customer do this bit, because it doesn't look that pretty when you do it yourself like this. But there you go, that's one claw done. That's the big claw, look at that empty hollow claw. There's nothing in there. We'll save all these bits for work, take it in. So I'm going to get another claw on the go. Didn't go too lucky with that one. There's still the claw meat inside there, so I'm going to have to dig that one out. Another good example though, because I can show you how to get the claw meat out otherwise. So you can all use one of these to pop it out. There you go, that's that bit there. And then for this bit, you can either get a knife and use that, or hit it with a hammer or a rolling pin, and then there you go, you've got another chunk of meat. Look at that. That's incredible. That's even bigger than the other one. That's bigger than the main claw on the other one. That's actually really weird. Look at the size difference in that. Mental. There you go though, a lovely bit of meat there. Happy days. Let's carry on going. So I've got all of the lobster meat put in a smaller tray now, and what we're going to do is to give this butter a final mix up. We're not going to be tame with this, we're going to be a bit of an animal. Let me get my hands in on the job. I'm just going to spread a bit of this over the lobster tails, obviously. Nice lemony, spring oniony butter with a bit of garlic, a bit of black pepper. Goes beautifully with the fish and your shellfish. So to get that all over, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put this under the broiler in your oven. You may not have one of these, but it's the hot element on top. It's usually on the top level of the oven if you have two ovens. Yeah. Also probably going to use some of this butter for the steaks as well. We are doing seafood, does work with steaks, so yum yum, very good. Hopefully you can see. I'll try to get my phone on it for a bit of light, but this is a broiler. There you go, it's the top bit on your oven, the element, it gets really red hot, so that's good for caramelising stuff. And just finishing it off, so yeah, we've got that there. We're going to use that for the lobster. Got the fry heating up for the curly fries, and then also I've got an upside down casserole dish which has got grates on it. I'm going to get that preheated for the steaks as well, which are here, and have been sitting nicely marinating for the past hour or so. So we're going to get that heating up nice and smoky, put some oil on there, and we're going to get these bad boys hopefully about medium rare. There's the broiler on full heat, as you can see, it's glowing orange. So it will get the lobster warm again and melt the butter. Probably jalapeno, so we got the old smoke coming off of here, means it's really hot and preheated. We're going to drop the old curly fries, get them going. If you haven't got a fry like that, I've said it before in my other videos, it's definitely worth getting one of them. So yeah, we're going to get a bit of oil quickly. You want to use a high temperature oil, vegetable oil sort of thing, not olive oil, because that'll smoke like hell. But here we go. We got our lovely steaks. Chuck them on, you want to hear a nice sizzle. Otherwise, it's not going to caramelise. There you go, come back in a minute. Gonna get them cooking off, and then we'll throw the old lobster in the char broiler, and then we'll be ready to go any minute. Happy days. Look at that, lovely, lovely. Takes about halfway done, so we're going to chuck these in under the broiler and leave that for a good 5 minutes, let that butter melt and let all those juices flow. Almost forgot, so I've got that spring onion I chopped earlier in the back, garlic crushed. Just going to chuck that on top of there. That's to give it a little bit more extra flavour. And you know, why not? Nice bit of spring onion, a bit of garlic on your lobster. Happy days. Woo! Broiler's on the go and the butter's on the melt. We got the steaks done over here. Salad, what we're going to do, got a little bit of olive oil here, going to throw a nice bit of olive oil on there, going to get the lemon that we zested earlier, cut it in half, make sure there's no seed, which is good, squeeze a lemon, nice chunky squeeze of lemon, citrus with your seafood's lovely, going to get that seed out if I can, don't worry my hands are clean, and there we go. Just going to toss that salad. South Coast dangler style. You like a nice tossed salad, that dangler. There we go. So we've got the salad done, we've got some chippies there. Just gonna wait for that lobster to be done. And oh, yum yum. There we go. It's all plated up. Got the salad at the back and the curly fries. We've got two lovely ribeye steaks. We've got the tail there. We've got the claw meat there. We've got some lemon. We've got the butter from the saucepan. The tray, whatever it's called. Oh. We'll get that out of there. Ignore that. I'm sorry, everybody. Very unprofessional. We're going to pour that over the lobster tails, keep them hydrated. Don't want them going dry. A bit of that, and a little bit on that last pile there. And that is what we call dinner served. That is lovely. Little wipe of the lens. Oi, oi. Another banging cooking video from Fishing with Matt UK. Look at that. Happy days. Right there, we're going to share this out with the family. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this video.